year has seen that happen. Because Glendale Drive is the county road, the county is going to come in, take out some of those trees, limb up others, and then replant over the course of 3 or 4 years. He has some bits in here about our goals. Really what we're looking for is shady streets, because shady streets mean you have cooler streets, which means your neighborhood is cooler, and then we want safe streets, so no limbs falling down or trees coming down. And then trees are great for improving air quality. They mitigate what we call stormwater, which is the runoff from the roads. They make for beautiful communities, and they can also calm traffic. So what you're going to see happen, I know this is really hard to see, but there is a series of postcards that if you are directly adjacent to one of the trees, you will see in the mail. It will let you know when the work is coming and information about it. So some of your other neighbors may also get these postcards, and that information will be available to them. It is a voluntary program, so we really want the HOA to vote yes. We want DPW&T, Department of Public Works and Transportation, to do this work. If you don't opt in, the department will come back and do it piece by piece as emergencies happen. So this is one way to get all the work done in a comprehensive way with a full street design. And the phase we're in right now is in the design phase. So you may see some white marks on the trees out on Glendale Drive. A white circle at about like shoulder to waist height means that tree is coming down. Other trees are going to be limbed up. And if you see a mark on the curve, it's usually like a line right here. If you're facing the sidewalk, that's where a new tree is going to go. The trees are going to be taken down in the coming months. And then the new trees are always planted November to March. We plant in the winter because that gives the trees the most time to get established while they're dormant, and then they can thrive and be established when they bud out or the leaves start to come out in the spring. We do have a map, which unfortunately we can't see, but there are some stumps that will be ground, and we're expecting 14 removals, 48 prunings, 4 stump grindings, and 27 new plantings. Just a little bit about the program. There are a lot of players. So if you see someone out doing work or walking the streets who's associated with the trees, it's not necessarily that they're with Department of Public Works and Transportation. So I work at the Neighborhood Design Center. We're a consultant. We do the community engagement. We're the phone number that's on the postcards. If you have a concern, you can call us. And we do the design work. We assess the trees. We mark for new trees. We pick which species go in there. And we have 2 trained and certified arborists who do that work, which means they're tree experts. And then we always inform the council member's office, so Julie and I will be informed that this work is happening. And then you all are one of the important partners for allowing the work to move forward and being a good partner moving forward. And then we have private contractors. So there's a removal contractor, so they'll come out with trucks and some machinery and chainsaws. They'll take the trees down, grind the stumps. And then a different crew later on will come in with new trees and do the planting, the digging and the planting. A little bit more about what we plant. So right now it's all Bradford pears. Our goal is to bring diversity into the street. And with diversity, you get not only like a wildlife diversity value for the ecological value, but if say a new disease came in, it wouldn't take out the whole street, or emerald ash borer or Dutch elm disease. It would take out entire towns of street trees, worth of street trees. So we want to plant diverse species so that doesn't happen. In the presentation, you'll see a handful of the trees that we tend to plant, some of which you've heard of, some of you maybe haven't. Oaks, elms, but also zelkovas, some of the species that are from other countries. They tend to be very hardy and good street trees. We're really looking for trees that are going to be able to tolerate street conditions, which tend to be pretty harsh. When the trees are planted, they're 2-inch caliper, which means that at breast height, they're about 2 inches in diameter. And they tend to be 8 to 12 feet tall. So they're not little tiny trees, they're decent sized trees. They're like adolescent sized trees. And then we just ask that you be patient and take a look at those trees as they're growing. It usually does take 3 years before they really start going. And then the program does come back out every summer and check for dead trees. If you see dead trees and we haven't come out and marked them yet, please give us a call and let us know. That's everything that I have prepared. Does anyone have any questions that they want to?
Yes, would these tree or flower tree or just simple tree?
So we try and plant a mix of trees so that you'll have some good fall color, some spring pop, but it's not going to be an entire street of everything flowers right and April the way it is now. There will be small pops of color throughout the year.
Any questions?
So, gigantic trees are so huge that they block the lighting. So are the trees going to be planted far enough away from the light so that when you come home with them?
Yeah, Yasha recognized that that's definitely been an issue. So we will be planting the two trees farther away from the street lights. We're also choosing much larger trees that will grow above the street lights, and then they will be limbed up so that they're not blocking the street lights.
Have you started sending out the postcards yet?
I don't believe postcards have been sent yet because the community hasn't opted in officially.
But they've started the work.
We've started design, we haven't started like removing the trees.
Okay, I received a phone call from a neighbor while I was on Amtrak out of town. People wanting me to move my car, which I couldn't because I was already traveling. They cut that tree down, and it was I'm only 2 parking spaces away from where they cut it down. By the way, it was on the 15-day-old brand new car. Okay, so they cut the tree down, and the stump is there. Are they returning? And if they are going to be returning, are you going to send out?
Can I interrupt? Yeah.
What is the tree on Glen Valley?
Excuse me.
Glen Valley.
Glen Valley, I'm sorry.
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Okay, the program that she's talking about is on County Road, okay? That's on Glen Valley. Now, what you're speaking of, we're gonna talk about when we talk about the landscaping and the tree cutting, because that's a whole different company. What these,
And a whole different
this young
project.
lady and these guys get ready to speak about is the project that we are trying to merge with the county.
That hasn't started yet.
Right. If you know it's going up Glen Valley, you see a white circle on the trees. That means they've been out there, they surveyed it, and you see how trees fell every week. So we want to get ahead of that. So by getting ahead of that, we can partnership with them and get them to come and do everything, and then we just piggyback on our side of the street, okay?
Yes.
Just to add to what she's asking, we did not know that was happening, and it just happened. We came home one day, there were tree limbs all over the whole parking behind us. I didn't have to take my grade out that day, but we didn't know that was going to happen. But I know, but I'm saying that she's asking for the same reason, probably because we weren't notified. Secondly, if it is Glen Valley Drive, and we're putting new streets on, if that's County Road, and I'm just asking because I don't know, then what decision do we have as homeowners for that road since it's county as opposed to our streets, which are.
Okay, I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Glen Valley Drive, we know.
Right, yes, yes,
So that's where the tree's gonna be replaced at, correct?
yes, ma'am.
So I'm hearing you're being asked to buy into that being done. I don't have anything against it, but because it's County Road, what decision do we have as the homeowners? Is this because it's in the neighborhood?
Well, it's basically to beautify the neighborhood, and you know that pond that came where the bridge stuff is, where all the vegetation, we're working with them to try to get that, get all that cleaned out too.
That whole area.
We're trying to bring it back to like 20, 30 years
I
ago.
understand that, but I'm saying, will we have a right or no, not have a right because it's on the county road that you're doing the new trees?
I would think it would be basically.
That's Furnace Stinnett, and he can tell you more.
That's why the team
I'm not
is here.
disputing it, and
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
asking.
you will, I mean, that's just why the postcards are actually coming out, you know, so we can get your input.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. That's-
And our team is out in the field every day, and there are frequently times when they go out and meet homeowners to answer specific questions, especially if a tree is directly in front of or behind your particular property or in your view shed. You are welcome to contact Yasha and he will talk with you about that. And we do welcome community input. We want this to be a community-led project.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Sending out postcards to every homeowner?
I really would have to check with Yasha. We usually send it to everybody in the neighborhood, but because we're not doing the streets right in front of your homes, I'm not sure the exact methodology that's being taken. We can follow up with that. Yasha can follow up with the board.
Doesn't your HOA have a website that y'all can go to?
Yeah.
See, so that'll probably be the easiest way to actually do it, send the information to the HOA, they'll post it. Then it will get to everybody that's involved in that. What?
Any more questions?
So I'm gonna leave a big stack of Yasha's
What you say
cards,
she had on?
as well as these. My coworker Nick will be back shortly. So if you have something specific you wanna ask us tonight that we didn't get to, you can fill this out and drop it back with us before we head out. I don't think we'll be here the whole meeting, so I will, drop these out, and then I'll bring around for some of Yasha's cards, and, we can move on to, et cetera.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We got more information for work on the Glen Valley Drive projects that are going on by Mr. Vernon Stinnett.
I'm Associate Director for the Office of Highway Maintenance. I'll leave a bunch of cards up here for you. And to just follow up on the tree removal process, once it's started, once our contractors come on board, we will actually be putting up no parking signs days in advance along that roadway if there is any parking. And once it begins, we will be doing probably full right lane closures until all the trees are actually taken. Okay? All right? And as far as your storm drain issues, I know that there's a couple locations where my storm drain chief has assessed, and we do gotta make repairs to those structures. Up in the storm water management pond area, there's a lot of vegetation that we do have to remove, but as you come down the stream bed, I mean, a lot of that property technically belongs to the HOA, which was working with parking planning where the bridges are and all of that kind of stuff. But any outfall pipes, where we have pipes coming from the parking areas that are flowing into that actual stream bed, we do maintain those areas. So like where you see a head wall, there's a bunch of riprap there and all that. If it's a blockage, my team will come out, we will regrade that area, we will open up that pipe system, just to make sure that the water is flowing like it's supposed to. Okay. But once the project is a scope schedule, I will send y'all that and that scope of work for it. Okay. All right. And we are out there doing sidewalk repairs now. Okay. I mean, I give my road maintenance team credit because when they do see an issue, they do attack it. But I was really trying to wait until we could take the trees down, okay? And do the grinding to actually make all of those improvements at the same time. But we technically had a crew available, so we just sent them right in to actually do the work for you.
Awesome.
All right?
Thank you.
And you, Mr. Johnson. Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody got any questions? Yes, ma'am.
The question I'm about to ask, I don't think it has anything to do with like the sidewalks or whatever, but, I would like to have, speed bumps on both sides of the bus thing. You know what I'm talking about, the what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Not on Glen Valley, Ricey Road. And I called like the 311 number, I called them twice to get like, I got a number.
around the corner.
But,
Yeah, they do.
To
You know.
request speed hump, because again, when you request a speed hump, what the agency does is they do a traffic safety study, okay? The best way to actually get that done is your HOA writes a letter to the Department of Public Works, you know, and then they request it. If you can get your council member to actually sign off on it, I mean, that helps out also. But there's certain warrants that the road has to have for the speed humps to actually
Yeah, 'cause
be.
it has been accidents right there in
Yeah.
that intersection.
Accident
It's hard
history.
coming out because some cars are speeding down, you know, so if we can get a speed bump on this side and one on that side.
Okay, accident history, a road has to be a certain length, you know, lanes, et cetera, but, you know, our traffic team will come out, but the HOA need to draft that, and, get it to, Department of Public Works, Mr. Terry Bellamy, and then he'll filter it down to his staff, and then they'll get it underway. It'll usually take up to 120 days for the answer to actually come back.
Come back.
Because it's a lot of traffic information that has to be pulled. Then it has to be a site visit, et cetera, et cetera. All right? Yeah.
Are you gonna pave Glen Valley Drive?
Well, paving is based off of county does a survey on all the roadways throughout the county. We have 2,000 center lane miles of the roadway, 5,500 lane miles of roadway. The roads are basically given a grade. It's called a pavement condition index number. Okay, from 0 to 50 means it needs some type of treatment. And
Bless you.
and bless you. And for as of today, from the last survey, roads throughout Prince George's County as a whole, Prince George's County is over 500 square miles. Okay, so we got a lot of roadways, a lot of cul-de-sacs, a lot of dead ends, a lot of roadways. As of today, from the last survey, we need technically $700 million to fix everything. Okay? Every year, awarded by the council the last 3 years, we get $30 million a year to do the research. That $30 million gotta be split between 9 council members. 9 into 30, you get $3.5 million to do the resurfacing, sidewalk work, curb and gutter work, trip hazard work, okay? So, I mean, we do our best, and we also got a new initiative coming in where we are going to do preventative maintenance on our roadways, meaning we will be adding slurry seal to our project, which is a thin coating over roadway that scores between 50 and 70, which are usually neighborhood roadways. So they won't fall into that 40 category and then have to have a total reconstruction. Okay, but I will find out what the score is on it, and then we will let your HOA know. Okay, all right. Yes, sir.
On that same subject of Glen Valley Drive, my wife and I, every year, you go out on the left, and you go out, the vegetation builds up. We call, usually they come out and fix. The last time they did a good job, but like it's built up again. They need to really cut that down because coming down the Wright Street Road, sometimes they come out and you don't see nothing to the last minute.
It's like they come-
Sight distance, it's a sight distance.
Sight distance, yes.
On the left-hand side going out of Glen Valley Drive, the vegetation.
Yeah.
Every year, we call and tell them about it.
And they come around that curve like they out on the interstate.
It's a bad.
It's a really bad
You
section.
can come out here fast as you want to do. And they come around that curve, and you don't see them till the last minute.
There's a tree branch that
Every
fell.
year it builds up, it builds up. I've been here for 32 years, and we call it all the time, every first of the year, we try to get it cut. Like I said,
We'll
you did a
address
good
it.
job. All right.
We will take care of it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that won't be no problem. Yes, sir.
It's pretty dark on the edge of right. It's pretty dark on there, y'all don't
Well, I mean, if it's the old type lighting there, we are upgrading to the LED light. Okay, I just don't know when it's gonna hit this area, but I can find out.
It's a particular intersection that attracts the attention. Right here, Post Up Way and Grand Valley. Like, this time of day, by the ass, this is getting cold. Trying to get left where Post Up.
Glen Valley and what?
Glen Valley and Post Oak.
Post Oak Way?
That's not you guys. That's us.
No, Glen Valley
On the road.
on the
What
road.
he's talking about.
He's talking to make
Is
the
there any
left
lighting
off of
in
Glen
there?
Valley onto Post
No
Oak.
lighting in there?
It's lighting there.
Yes,
but
he
the
said-
lighting
The phone with arguing.
is not working.
He's
Oh,
talking
okay.
about postal way in reality.
Lighting
That's
there.
not county, that's not county area, that's our common ground area.
Oh, okay.
Which we're gonna discuss
Hold on a
that.
second.
We're gonna discuss that tonight. But we're gonna,
But what he's saying though is there needs to be a light
you
on
said
the
additional
corner,
light.
on the
Right.
corner, in
Gotcha.
addition.
Okay, additional light on that corner.
Because I understand what you're talking about, we have a light at the mailbox,
Right.
but the mailbox is 250 yards away from the intersection.
That's what I was trying
So,
to.
right, so you were saying add
No,
light.
he is talking about the corner of Glen Valley.
But is the light out that's there now until Glen Valley Drive?
Right, but he, okay.
Okay,
No, what I'm saying is, there's a light on Post Oak Way at the mailbox, but it's 250 yards away from the
Right.
intersection he's talking about. So even if it was working, it's not gonna light up the intersection. So what he's basically asking is, can a light be placed right there on the corner of Glen Valley and Post Oak Way?
Additional light.
Additional light. That will require a survey done on it. Okay, all right.
I told you. Well, no, you don't know that.
All right.
We got a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs.
All right, anything else, folks?
I do have one question. Because I know we're in the county, well, we're on our street, Glen Valley Drive, doing the sidewalks, I know that there have been a couple of areas identified within the community that are also going to be looked at because we have some raised sidewalks up from tree stumps. These are not walkways going to individual homes, but the sidewalks within the community. I've taken pictures throughout the community of these areas because we did have one homeowner who recently fell while she was holding her baby. She ended up with several stitches in her knee, and she was lucky, the doctor told her she was lucky she didn't fall on her child. And this is the sidewalk that just, you know, from you get out your car and you're walking up. And so I've identified all these things and actually met with the inspector Monday when they first came out on Glen Valley. And the supervisor of the group I'm supposed to meet with tomorrow morning to show him all of these various areas within our community.
Okay.
And so, I mean, while we're already here, and it's not a lot, but those that are there are very dangerous.
Okay.
And they're in the same condition as the ones on Glen Valley Drive. So I know he said he may have to get approval to do this work, but.
What it basically is if it's county right of way, we can fix it.
Okay.
So we have to make sure that it's county right of way.
Well, he offered to walk with me tomorrow
Yeah, he
morning
will.
so that,
But then we have to go back and we have to verify.
Okay.
Because what we can't do, folks, is spend tax dollars on private property.
right.
And we have done it accidentally, and we have caught grief for doing it. So we have to really check everything to be 100% sure. That's all it is. It's just a process, but if it's ours, we'll fix it.
Okay,
No
awesome.
problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there was just one last thing. I wanted to mention that on October 19th, there's a county event, Growing Green event.
With pride, yeah.
With Pride, offered by the county executive. If you go to the county website, it'll track you to DPW&T, and on there, you can fill out an application for free plant material that you can put into the common areas.
Yes.
It's not meant for private property, but you can put it in parkland, along the roads, entrance signs, and that sort of thing. And if for some reason you need some help, just on there's some numbers and an email address. Just put it on there. It's for Miss Regina Ford. She knows me. She'll let me know if you all need some help. But I just wanted to mention that program, you should really take advantage of it.
Really,
I mean, it's really good. I mean, we offer the material, you all have to put it in the ground. But
Okay.
it's still a good deal.
Okay.
trees, planting, flowers, bugs.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
everything.
a lot of stuff
you know,
they can get.
Okay.
This is the fall, is this?
Fall
part of
cleanup,
the fall
used to be-
cleanup?
Yes,
'Cause we,
yes.
because we participate with Ms. Ford and everybody
Yeah.
with the screen cleanup, but we have not participated yet with the fall cleanup.
Please
Yeah,
do.
please do.
Okay.
You get a lot. You
Okay.
get a whole lot.
You
Awesome.
would really benefit greatly from it.
Awesome.
But thank you all very much.
Thank you for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You running, Vernon, you running.
Thank you all again.
All right.
We're gonna roll
All
on
right.
to, thank you again.
Yes.
We're gonna roll to Corporal Jarrett and the Neighborhood Watch. Thank you again.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Just gonna keep it brief. I have some information here. I'm pretty much a new cops officer for District 3. I also have your area. My information is up here, and a bunch of commonly used numbers such as crisis response, crime solvers, juvenile services, whether it's truancy or any questions reference juveniles, sheriff department, child support, county click 311, trash dumping complaints, record reports, warehouse information. These are all numbers that everybody uses, but nobody can find sometimes, so stick this on your fridge. My information is up here as well, and especially with MVA. I'll just answer one question real quick, reference MVA. People are complaining about people having out-of-state tags in their neighborhoods. Other states allow you to have a Virginia tag, but a Maryland address. You can't enforce it. We're stuck. People have Texas tags, run the tags. It comes back to a local Maryland address. You can't touch it. So all the states they want the money, so they're allowing them to purchase tags in another state with the Maryland address or DC address. Same thing with DC. You have a DC tag, goes back to a Maryland address. So parking enforcement is stuck. So DC, Virginia, Texas, you're gonna see those states in your neighborhoods, and they all have a local address somewhere in Maryland. So parking enforcement is stuck, so they're losing money because they can't ticket them. We can't tow the cars because there's no violation anymore because of the residency laws. County Click is an app. People don't know that. You can call 301. You can go to the website. Real simple. I use it almost every day on my phone. People are talking about trees being high. County Click. They send you an email. They send you a text message. When it's done, when the ticket is open, when it's taken care of, you can find all that stuff out without having to call 911. County Click or 311. And it goes everywhere from a deceased animal on the street to abandoned vehicles. Can't see the signs clearly, overgrown trees, bushes, and a bunch of other stuff. A lot of people don't know our new non-emergency number because our department has changed around. So the new number is 301-352-1200. That's also on the flyer up here as well. Because people are still calling 911, say, hey, there's a dead animal in the street. People don't realize when you actually need 911, the calls are clogged, you have a wait time because everybody's using 911, you know.
So what was that number you just gave?
It's a non-emergency. Yeah, if you just need a report call or you just need anything basic without a prior response, that's an easy number. Thursday, October 3rd, brand new police station is being built. They have an open house. It's open to the public. They're gonna have some festivities and so on. It's gonna be the new District 8. They're gonna service Westphalia, up Marlboro, part of up Marlboro. It's still gonna go all the way up to Pennsylvania Avenue, cover Suitland, part of Capitol Heights, District Heights, and so on. It's a brand new police station. Being that police station is being built, District 3 has also been rearranged a little bit. That's why I'm here. You guys really don't know me because I have District 3, but we were pretty much on the other side of Central Avenue, further on 202. So everything got rezoned.